welcome back everyone, and it's time to go balls deep. Today we are covering Dragon Ball Super Chapter 75 because this shit was fire! I've been up to date with the manga, but haven't been covering it on the channel since the amount of content we can produce was quite limited. But that isn't the case anymore. Yes! Yes! But before I get into my main thoughts on Chapter 75, let's cover the main plot points of 74 to refresh our memory.
Last time on Dragon Ball
Super.
We witnessed Vegeta's turn fighting with Granolah after he knocked Goku out of Ultra Instinct technique in Chapter 73.
You got knocked the fuck out!
Vegeta starts off by attempting to convince Granolah on how he parted ways with Frieza a long time ago and how they are not the ones who are the bad guys in this whole situation. But Granolah simply just smirks as he doesn't believe a single thing that Vegeta is saying, asking that he would betray his own boss just to beg for his life, adding on by calling Saiyans pathetic. What?
Unacceptable.
Granolah's mindset to get revenge on the Saiyans and kill Frieza has been made up a long time ago, to the point where even if you give him all the evidence and logic towards his judgment, he still won't be swayed at all. We see this when Oatmeal, one of Granolah's allies, tries to give him the suggestion that maybe the Saiyans aren't the true enemies here because Goku said the exact same thing in the previous chapter. But Granolah disregards this statement by saying that Goku and Vegeta are only saying this to save their own skins.
But wait! There's more!
Vegeta tries one last time to persuade Granolah, explaining how he can think what he wants, but he should know that Vegeta was just a child when the Saiyans invaded his home planet. But this still doesn't sway his mindset in the slightest, which causes Vegeta to, you know what he's gonna say. He stops caring.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you something.
We don't care.
Now this fight was way more action-packed than the last. Whilst Goku's fight with Granolah felt more like a little warm-up than anything, Vegeta and Granolah were landing more hard and heavy blows, highlighting how different Goku and Vegeta's fighting style is with one another. Both Vegeta and Granolah use multiple techniques against each other throughout their fight. One thing I will note about the Dragon Ball Super manga especially is how much better the artwork and paneling is each chapter. We all remember how bad it was in the start, but now it's actually fun to read. Toward the end of chapter 74, Vegeta states that he can tell that Granolah had only recently acquired his newfound strength. He is taken aback by this statement and asks how Vegeta knows this information. Does he have Balls Deep prediction key? Because no one should know that Granolah made a wish to the dragon to become the strongest in the universe by reducing his life as well as unlocking all his potential. Vegeta then goes into depth that he doesn't have any battle experience to back up all of the power he recently just gained, therefore not being able to use this newfound power to its maximum efficiency. This is essentially the same thing that happened to Frieza in the movie Dragon Ball Z Resurrection of F. When he fought with Goku and Vegeta, it was stated that his golden form was superior to that of Super Saiyan Blue, but the reason why Goku and Vegeta could win before Frieza decided to blow up the earth in a last-ditch effort, the Saiyans had more experience with Super Saiyan Blue form due to their training with Whis, compared to Frieza's golden form, which he lost stamina very quickly during the fight. Vegeta then proves this analysis by vanishing behind Granolah, effortlessly catching the punch that he threw at him, and he then continues to ask Granolah if he's been training with this power at all.
Nope.
Now, being stubborn, frustrated, and tunnel visioned, of course Granolah doesn't listen once again and tells Vegeta to witness the gap in his power compared to the Saiyans, heavy kicking him in the stomach. This fight ensues onto the ground as he continues to repeat, "This power I've gained makes me the strongest. It's a given that I'll win here." These are the same shambolic statements every other villain admits in Dragon Ball Super, because at the end of the day, it's all about whose PP energy is bigger, and that means they will eventually win by unlocking their powers further too. Now, in response to Granolah's ideology of power, Vegeta views him as naive, since Vegeta says that this is the great thing about battle. The outcome is never quite set in stone. It's exactly what I love about fighting. Vegeta is trying to prove to Granolah, just because of a simple wish, he really isn't the true strongest of the universe. He's too ignorant to even accept the possibility that someone else in the universe could surpass him. Now remember, this parallels Vegeta's own character in the Saiyan saga. Remember when he came to Earth, it was to get the Dragon Balls to ask for immortality, and Vegeta thought that this is the best and fastest lane to become strongest in the universe, but he later realizes that Goku can surpass him through training and working hard. So I guess Vegeta will be trying to prove and acknowledge this point to Granolah, as he is ignorant and just a reflection of himself. This point is proven with Vegeta seeing the self-reflection of himself in Granolah when he states, strongest? Second strongest? Rankings are well and good, but they only reflect a moment in time. Once that moment has passed by, it's nothing but history. Look at me now. I'm already stronger than I was a few minutes ago. I've grown more and more powerful throughout this dance of ours. At this point, Granolah attempts to use the same move on Vegeta which knocked Goku out back in chapter 73. Although his fingers just barely managed to hit Vegeta, leading to eternal bleeding on his chest, which makes him cough out a bunch of blood. Right when Granolah smiles, thinking the battle is over, Vegeta, still with all the damage he's taken on his body, refuses to admit defeat, saying that it's been ages since he felt this feeling. There's no planet to protect, no people to save, just him immersed in battle. This is Vegeta's happy place. It's just the thing to get battle-crazed Saiyan's blood pumping.
I do not fear this new challenge. Rather, like a true warrior, I will rise to meet it. I am now a Super Saiyan. But I won't stop there. I will ascend.
Vegeta starts to charge up. Vegeta's ki rises as Goku states that his ki has changed, that it feels like God ki. But then Goku begins to realize that it's not just any old God ki. This is when he witnesses a whole brand new transformation coming from Vegeta, one that emanates God ki so powerful that even Granolah can't even believe what he's seeing. Vegeta, with his new transformation, takes a small breath and states that a God of Destruction taught him that power derived solely from instinct and it's unbounded. Vegeta unlocked the new drip, guys. We all know when your protagonist gets the new drip, it's over.
Vegeta asked me to make him a new battle suit a while back, so I got it done and it turned out so well I figured I'd just go ahead and make one for everybody.
Now, as a bona fide Vegeta fan, you may ask, why does Vegeta get a lot of credit from us Dragon Ball fans? Well, can you really blame us? I've been a fan of Vegeta since the 90s, when my man went Majin mode and massacred the civilians just to enrage Goku into a proper fight. He then has the most epic sacrifice against Buu, acknowledging his failures and sins, knowing he won't go to heaven. This is all for the sake of his family and Earth, finally thinking about something other than himself and his ego. From being a ruthless man that only knew terror, to becoming a selfless man loving his family, that's what you call character development, my friends. He's the one character in Dragon Ball that got actual important development, going through multiple arcs that we can all sympathize and relate with. Vegeta has Black Air Force energy on top of that, and he's not completely butchered in Super, being regressed as a character. Unlike a certain someone, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, Cell, catch! Hey!
Bitch, are you dumb?
Pardon me?
Are you dumb?
I think she's
I
dumb.
think she's dumb.
I think she's dumb.
Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not shitting on any other characters. Overall, we know the story is going to do that for us anyways. We all love the characters for who they are and the hype that they bring. But please, Toriyama, can Vegeta get a W? One dub for the boy?
Nope.
Every Vegeta fan wants him to get one win over Goku to prove to us that his words hold weight and more meaning. Because currently, the only W Vegeta actually had was clapping Bulma's cheeks, man. How can Vegeta be the god of destruction when he told the viewers time and time again he's the god of L's? That's why we want him to win this fight. Fans have literally made a mosaic of the amount of times he got destroyed by the enemy, whilst Goku, he went ahead, took the dub because he's the protagonist. Just look at the hard work of the community. It's actually hilarious. I love the fact that we evolved to a state where we acknowledge the flaws and poke fun out of it. We can break this down to many reasons why this could be the case. For example, Toriyama, the creator himself, admitting he's not a big fan of Vegeta, or the fact that money needs to be made. In Japan, the villain arc of My Hero Academia, for example, is really controversial, where the directors feel like they need to be represented differently since the narrative tries to make villains seem like good guys, and Japan don't like that. And we know Vegeta kind of represents all of that. If we witness this man murder hundreds of civilians, they can't show him get the victory over a villain. Like, for God's sake, remember against Golden Frieza? They didn't let Vegeta take the W and made Goku take it away from him at the last moment. moment. It was like post-nut depression. Little button-nut. Yes, we're gonna get what we want. And then it's gone. We were so pissed after that. But anyways, chapter 75 begins with Granolah asking Vegeta what he meant that his power is unbounded. Vegeta clearly shows him by using his Black Air Force energy, sending a blast of his God Ki. Vegeta would then go up in Granolah's face, saying that his head has gotten too big and that it's time to use his own McDonald hairline and a bigger ass head to take him down a peg, proving his ego is stronger. Granolah is absolutely shooketh as Vegeta violently attacks him and is actually winning. Now remember, this is 100% of Granolah's power. Goku was only fighting a clone of him, so this is where fans are stating that Vegeta has potentially surpassed his rival Goku. Granolah, beginning to get more and more frustrated, bounces back from the ground as he lands a heavy hit right to Vegeta's chest. However, Vegeta doesn't seem to be affected by this attack to a huge degree, as he tells him, "The hotter my battle soul burns, the stronger I become." He then proceeds to throw him straight to the abandoned Cerulean city. He kicks him in the chest, sending him through multiple buildings of his former home. As Granolah hides behind a large piece of rubble to regain himself, he speaks on how Vegeta is like a whole different person and doesn't even know what a God of Destruction is. Vegeta states that one of them even exists within their universe. Granolah, who's still confused by all of Vegeta's claims, asks whether this god was the one who granted him this power, where Vegeta states, "What did you say, bitch? What did you just say in front of me? I didn't say that at all actually." And this power was his own. Their battle had awakened this innate power for the first time, which was within him all along. Vegeta then shows his gratitude, thanking him for being the catalyst of his awakening, and then decides to take damage from Granolah's blast at point blank range to gain even more power. He would then try more but panics as Vegeta surprises him from the cloud dust with an attack, but quickly calls for a shield to protect himself, otherwise he would have completely lost. Now the chapter highlights the differences between Goku and Vegeta's fighting style through Granolah, asking why he doesn't dodge any of his attacks, and it's the complete opposite of Ultra Instinct. But since we know their rivalry, Vegeta doesn't want to be compared to Goku's pathetic technique. Goku's own body may have a mind of its own, but with Vegeta, he's all ego. Vegeta then states that his new transformation will be called Ultra Ego, fam.
Yes! 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 Yes!
My man got the McDonald big head hairline for that, bruh. So I understand why Vegeta decided to go with the name overall. We all know it's fitting to his character, and unlike Ultra Instinct, Ultra Ego is primarily based on commanding your own body and requires physical training, compared to Ultra Instinct's training, which is primarily focused on your mind and mental capabilities. Now even with his shield up, Vegeta puts his Black Air Forces on and he manages to break through, kicking him in the face, which sends him absolutely flying through even more buildings this time. Granolah can't believe he's losing to a Saiyan, and that's when Vegeta once again tries to explain, bruh, that planet Vegeta wasn't wiped out by some enormous meteor strike, that it was all Frieza's doing. Frieza destroyed the Saiyan tribe and they were just another pawn pushed to the brink of extinction, just like Granolah's race was forced by the Saiyans to be destroyed. But even with this revelation, the man wouldn't call off his revenge with the Saiyans. Vegeta tells him to believe what he wants because he speaks the truth, but not because he has any sort of pity. Remember his ego, right? So Oatmeal even comes onto the speaker explaining how the Saiyans were victims by Frieza's hands as well. This doesn't sway Granolah at all, as he says that it doesn't change the fact that the Saiyans killed his people. But Oatmeal would respond that, "Bruh, you stupid guy, man, Goku and Vegeta were not even aware of that." This is when Granolah removes his eyepiece, throwing it away since he doesn't need his support anymore, and claims he isn't the only one who grows stronger the more he fights. This is when we see Granolah starts to get reckless as he picks up a piece of the building from his former town and launches it at Vegeta, who easily destroys it into pieces. Vegeta and Granolah start to go completely all out with each other as they both land hit after hit. Vegeta notices himself starting to get a little bit wary as he begins to grab his chest due to the fatigue, although still being very pumped up to grow even stronger. This is when Granolah sends a large beam of energy towards Vegeta, and for once, Vegeta is forced to dodge due to being unable to tank any more hits. The scene cuts to Goku washing his face, and as he looks up, he realizes that the spark Vegeta once had was starting to decrease, whereas Granola's skills only keep improving. Kind of flabbergasted here because let's rewind this shit. In the wish, Granolah said, yeah, get rid of my lifespan but unlock all my latent potential. So how's my man unlocking even more potential? Okay, maybe it's his battle experience making him more powerful. Okay, I give that a pass. But if it's this more potential getting unlocked, how does that make any sense? I don't know, maybe I read it wrong. Anyway, Goku then states how he can't be taking it easy on the sidelines forever as he tries to use a bit of energy in order to heal his body. We can clearly see the fatigue in Vegeta as his vision starts to blur due to taking way too much damage. Vegeta then charges himself up, creating a big ball of energy. Granolah still proceeds to remain calm as he is mocked by Vegeta for being brave. This is when his right eye would suddenly turn red also, shocking Vegeta as he aimed his fingers at the ball, shooting at it, which caused a great explosion so big it caused the whole planet to shake. After the dust cleared, Vegeta was laid on the ground when Granolah would emerge from the smoke, showing his gratitude to Vegeta for unlocking this power in him, just as Vegeta did the same earlier in the chapter. So you now probably know why Vegeta fans are upset, because Vegeta has a McDonald's hairline. This bitch gets defeated just as fast as being served. I'm kidding. No, but look, this chapter was fucking flames, right? Vegeta proved that he's almost as strong as Goku, if not stronger. I like the way this was written. I thought this chapter was really entertaining. I can't wait till it's animated. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. I obviously just joking about throughout this video, stating facts here and there, but let me know what you think. Hit the notification bell for our channel. Make sure to smash the like button, and I'll see you guys next time.